welcome to another pick a card reading. And today's reading, I'm branching out. All right, it's not a love reading, it's actually a reading for you. And today I'm asking Spirit, what impact do you have on your surroundings? Okay, the people around you, in your environment. What kind of impact do you make in your everyday life? All right, so that's what we're going to take a look at today. So before I get started and I point out the piles, I just wanted to say hello and welcome to all my new subscribers. It's lovely to have you here. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel and make sure to like all of my videos when you get that chance, all right? Because that really helps make the channel grow, and it is a nice energy exchange, okay, for us. In addition to my returning subscribers, it's always nice to have you here. I always welcome your warm energy. I love it. Thank you so much for your continued support and always returning. In the description box below, I do have my email and my link to my Etsy shop. So if you are interested in a personal private reading, there's 2 ways there that you can reach out to me and either book through Etsy or send me an email, and I will give you all the information that you need. All right, so let's get started, my chariots. We do have 3 piles here, and we are asking Spirit today, what kind of impact do you make in your surroundings, in your everyday life? How do you contribute? All right, how do you, what are your strengths? What comes across? I want to see how you impact this beautiful world that you are living in right now. All right, so if we take a look at the 3 piles, pile 1 over here, you have the beautiful citrine cluster. All right, so that will be your pile. And pile 2, you have the green calcite. All right, so this will be your reading, pile 2, if you're drawn to this beautiful piece of green calcite. And pile 3, you have the amethyst piece. All right, the lovely raw amethyst piece of crystal that I have here. So that will be your reading. All right, so do what you need to do, my chariots, and pick your pile. If you're drawn to more than 1 pile, that's fine. Maybe there's messages in the other piles that you need to hear. And if this is not your reading, it's not resonating, or it's a topic you're not interested in, that's fine too. You can just kindly back out of the reading, move on, check out the other readings that I've already posted, or the other amazing tarot readers out there. All right, so let's get started. Hello, pile 1. All right, you chose the beautiful citrine cluster that I have here. So this is going to be your reading. And I am asking Spirit today, what kind of impact do you make on your surroundings? All right. How does the world see you? What is it? What are your strengths that you contribute to this collective society? All right, and we'll see what comes out. So before we get started, what I would like you to do is just take a moment to center yourself. All right, so I want you to just take in a deep breath, a nice deep breath, and quiet your mind for a second. And I just want you to call in your energy and think about your higher self right now, and we'll see what comes through. So this is for pile 1, Spirit. All right, and we are asking today, for pile 1, how do they impact their environment, their surroundings, the people around them? What kind of impact does pile 1 have on this 3D material world at this time? All right, what do they contribute? All right, how do people see them? Let's take a look. All right, so I do have the cards here already. I will be starting with a significator card. We'll take a look at that first. And I am doing a Celtic spread because I love them so much. And I am using the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. Okay, and then I do have 3 oracle cards here as well. All right, so we're going to get started with the significator card, which I did pull from the chakra. This is the, what is this? Yeah, this is the Chakra Wisdom Oracle card set. And I just want to get a feeling for the overall energy, what your strongest chakra energy is that's coming through in this reading today. Something that we can think about and reflect on, all right? So if we turn it over, we have here, all right, this is the card of creation. All right, so, and when I look at this picture, I see this woman, she's holding what appears, it could be a crystal, all right, but the light is beaming from it. This is, okay, so this is all about creation. And in this deck, this oracle deck, this color gray represents the crown chakra, okay? And I hate to use the numbers because no matter what book or where I reference, it just depends the way I feel the person numbers the chakra. So it could either be the 7th chakra or the 1st. So I'm not really going to call in the number here, but what is important about this is it's the chakra of spirit. It's the spirit of universe, all right? It's the spirit of universe conscious, okay? This is all about a higher mind, but this is, you know, this is all about the collective being, you know, realizing more, all right? Seeing the bigger picture is how I like to describe it. It is higher-minded thinking, but it's higher-minded thinking when you are aligned with spirit. It's all about mastering your relationship, right? Your spiritual connection, right? And in this card, the key word here is creation. So I feel that the world sees you, you know, people that are around you, people that you come into contact with, see you as a creator, all right? They see you as a creator, but they see you as a very spiritual person. That's what I feel that's coming through here. This is, I feel, one of your gifts, that you have the ability to see and understand the bigger picture. So, you know, we're talking about this physical material world that we live in, you know, and I'm asking what kind of impact that you have on it. So we are talking about your interaction with people and your environment and you know, what you're surrounded with and how that is seen. But in addition, this is telling me your strong energy. One of your strong points is the ability to grasp the bigger picture. So you believe in that 5D energy, those astral connections, okay, telepathy. You believe there's an energy out there. You believe that there's something higher going on than just what goes on here right in front of you, all right? And you have that ability, and people can pick up on that, all right? So let's take a look at the first card here. We are going to start off looking at the center energy here, because the center here with the cross card is the core energy, all right? And this first card that I'm going to turn over is going to show me the strengths that you can trust within yourself and work on and develop. All right. So if we take a look, ooh, we have the card here of Temperance. All right. And I am using this Chakra tarot wisdom deck as well, because I want to see then overall, what color, what chakra energy is powerful for you. We've already determined that you're very in touch with your crown chakra. All right. So, I'm pulling this card to give you an idea of what the reading's going to be like. So if you feel like you're not a spiritual person, or you haven't yet had that feeling of an awakening or a spiritual connection or a divine intervention, then this reading, you may want to check out one of the other piles, because I feel that this is where we're headed with this group. All right. And the center energy here coming up is Temperance. And Temperance is all about patience, and it's about moderation. Okay. It's about alchemy. So one of your strengths that you can trust in yourself and develop is knowing, I feel that you have the patience and the calmness and that calming type energy. All right. And you have that ability to be able to be a good moderator. Okay. Someone that can express themselves in a way where you appear to be very calming. I also get this feeling, with this Temperance card and this creation, that you possibly could just be an old soul. There's certain things I feel that you may embrace that would fit the description of an old soul. And I'm looking at this card. I just want to make sure I have the colors right, but this looks like this card so far is falling into the card of the root chakra. All right, which is that red energy coming through. I just want to make sure. Sometimes I don't think this is the orange card, but anyway, from looking at this woman's dress, this is showing me the passion that you carry within you. Okay, but then here are the set of wings as well, which again is pointing to that crown chakra, that spirituality. I feel that you are someone that has a good head on their shoulders when it comes to moderation and balance in regards to this material world. As far as grounding, I feel that you do a very good job of being able to ground yourself when you need to, all right? In keeping yourself stable and safe and secure. So, I feel like this is your center energy that drives everything within you. All right. So this is a strength here that you can trust in, and that you can even work on and develop. So, if you're spending time working on yourself, you can even look into meditations regarding balance. You can look into meditations regarding the root chakra. All right, that will be a wonderful way to strengthen your gift here. This Temperance card is also a card of patience. So when any type of situation is involved and it calls for patience, you are able to do that as well. All right, so that's another strength that you can work on and embrace that. All right, that you have this ability to be able to mix your feelings and your emotions and your thoughts all in a way that they're very balanced. All right, without becoming out of control, without feeling toxic. All right, so that's something to keep in mind. Now let's take a look at the Cross card, because this is something that can hinder your development or can get in the way or cause you to get off track, or it may sidetrack you, something that you realize. And this is, the Queen of Cups. All right, so we have the beautiful Queen of Cups here. So sometimes you may let your emotions get in the way, all right? It's very possible here. This is a blue card representing the throat chakra, which is all about authenticity, and it's about truth, okay? And this Queen of Cups, when I look at this Queen of Cups, she's very beautiful, she's very nurturing, she's very compassionate. It is possible that sometimes, because you are a compassionate soul, because you have this calming effect on others, your emotions can overtake you, all right? And in certain situations, they sometimes may, you may turn to them more than, say, someone that has more of a logical type personality, all right, that likes to analyze and think things through. And when the things that I'm discussing today, I don't feel like there's anything here that I want to point out as something that's negative. If anything, it's just something that you can be mindful of and you can be aware of. And in this case, this is your center core energy coming through here. So sometimes, what this is telling me is you may let your emotions get the best of you in certain situations. Okay, you may become overly sensitive at times. And it's something that you may be fully aware of, which is fine. This is just confirming that this is what can sometimes hinder your development. Okay, now if we take a look, these cards here, and if you notice when I do love readings, what I want to look at here, because this is, I feel, in the love readings, I do this as a hidden energy. It's kind of like the unconscious. And here I'm looking at it as your shadow side. Here's something or a part of you that you don't like to see, or you don't like to address, or you don't like to face. All right, and we have the Two of Cups. So I feel that sometimes you have a hard time making a decision, all right, because we have the Two of Cups here. And twos are all about choice. So especially, again, this is focusing to me on emotions, because this card is orange, which is representing your sacral chakra, where your emotions lie. Okay, they come from the sacral chakra. I feel this shadow side of you when it comes to the Two of Cups is sometimes you may have a difficult time making a decision in regards to things that truly mean something to you. All right, maybe you're too swaying, like you can't actually make that decision, and you need help from others. It could be also that there's a shadow side here of yourself where maybe you give too much to when it comes to certain relationships and when it comes to love, because this is the Two of Cups, representing that deep connection with others, okay? And when we're talking about this deep connection, maybe there's a shadow side here that when it comes to love, it could be possible that you give very easily, all right, with your emotions here, all right? That could be something that is hidden. Maybe you tend to love everyone a little too much, and then you end up being that one that gives more than you receive when it comes to certain relationships. Let's take a look at the top card. Now that is the conscious energy, right? So if we take a look at it, when we're looking at this reading, that is what you're aware of, you know, what you incorporate in, what you show, what you're aware of and what you show people, okay? And when we have that, we have, look, the Ace of Cups. So I almost get this feeling that you, with the Ace of Cups here, you're very open to new experiences when it comes to love. You're very open, but then for your the hidden part, the side of you, is making that ultimate choice. That's a big thing that's coming through right now. That when it's actually time to make that choice, you may have a hard time doing it. Or for another scenario that could be possible is that the Ace of Cups here represents self-love. So it could very well be possible that you have a hard time focusing on self-love. And the hidden aspect is that you are always busy trying to love everyone else but yourself, okay? And that's a choice, because you have to be able to love yourself. You have to be able to choose you first. Well, let's take a look at the past, all right? Because your past is what your passing influences are, all right? What you've experienced. And that drives you to how you behave and how you act and how you impact, you know, what kind of impact you have to those around you. We have, the Devil, all right? So I feel that you've put yourself in some very toxic situations in the past, all right? And this could be past relationships, and it could be just past lifetimes, okay? It could be experiences from your past, from when you were a child and growing up. But it's interesting how this Devil card is portrayed here in this deck, because there's this woman and she's holding the Ace of Cups. So I do feel that there is a struggle here with a toxic situation where you have learned to be very hesitant in giving this cup out to others. And that could be why you have such a hard time at making that choice when you need to. Because I find it very interesting that this cup is here representing that Ace of Cups. But then, you know, this is showing me the fire and the toxic situation. And the Devil is all about the lovers that are out of balance, or the lovers that are struggling, okay? This is, you know, the Devil is when there isn't a healthy boundary set, or things aren't done in moderation here. So I feel, you know, when we're asking, how do you impact, what is your impact in everyone around you? I feel that a lot of it for you is based on your emotional experiences. So you can very well be a water sign, or there could be a lot of water in your chart. But we have the Ace of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Two of Cups in your reading, right in the center here. So I feel, and with the Queen of Cups as the cross card, you know, this is what can set you back at times. So I feel like, you know, for you, something worthwhile in remembering, you know, when you are making decisions, when you are developing, when you're working on your soul journey, is this balance and this moderation that you have to ensure that your emotions are balanced, because now that I'm taking a look as these cards are flipping out and I'm getting more to the story, I definitely feel here with this Temperance card, your core energy that I'm seeing is that your experiences definitely lay in a more emotional driven way compared to others. So that's just something for you to think about. And when we're moving forward, let's look at the future energy, because this shows me your ability and how you take action with certain things. And wow, look, the 10 of Cups. I've never seen so many cups in a reading. My goodness. So, your ability to take action when you're happy and you really love something is the 10 of Cups. So I feel that when you are 100%, this is just, again, showing me how your emotions drive you. All right. So and your expression and your creativity and what you create and how people see you, I feel very strongly that many of you are empaths. Many of you go through life experiencing and feeling. Your creativities lie through your feelings, if that makes sense. Okay? Very strongly here. So if we also look at this card here, now I'm going to see, how do you see yourself? All right, I want to see how you see yourself compared to the world. The 3 of Cups, all right? So you see yourself as very friendly, as very happy. This is a card about celebration, all right? And we have yellow here. And yellow represents the solar chakra. So we've had it twice. So we have, it's funny, so far, we kind of have moderation here, because you have 2 cards showing me the root chakra, you have 2 cards showing me the sacral chakra, and now we have 2 cards here looking at the solar plexus chakra, and the solar plexus chakra is all about that confidence, all right? So I feel when it comes to confidence and your drive for action, it's based on your emotional confidence. All right. So if you feel that you are emotionally confident when it comes to a situation, whether it's work, whether it's your romantic partners, whether it's hobbies, anything that you just enjoy, anything that you are physically making yourself a part of. It doesn't matter what it is. It's driven by your emotions, and you even see yourself as that, okay? You see yourself as a very positive person, all right? Because this yellow is a very positive color, because it is all about confidence. It's about friendship. Even the Queen of Wands, when you see the Queen of Wands in tarot, she wears yellow in the traditional tarot, okay? Because it's all about inspiration and creativity, which is the card that you started with. All right, so there's this sense that's coming through here. Your impacts are you being this very emotional person, being an empath. And when you are an empath, you are able to pick up much easier your surroundings, okay? You have the ability to create and feel your surroundings in a much higher minded way than other people. And that's why you are so sensitive, and that's why your decisions and your past experiences are driven based off emotions. And for a lot of you, this could just even be driven, as an your intuition. And your intuition has a lot to do with your behaviors are either inherited from family lineage, passed on down the line, or something just unconsciously that maybe you signed up for that you are completely unaware of. But I feel like the main message for you, how do you impact the people? You come across as a very empathic soul. That's the message that I feel that I'm here to share with you today. Now, this card over here is about environment. So if we take a look at that, and when I mean environment, I don't mean how you are in the environment, because we're already looking at all that. I want to see what affects your environment, like what surrounds you. Okay, judgment. All right, and that is the card of awakening, you know. So to me, this is a very spiritual group that I'm reading for. The card of awakening, every time I explain judgment in a tarot reading, for me, this is about seeing the bigger picture. It's about understanding that there's something that's going on beyond this 3D material world. And it's represented by the color purple in this picture. Okay. And the angel wings are here again. So we have two cards. We have the temperance and we have the judgment that are those spiritual cards. So I feel that affects you in many ways because your connections with people are spiritual. Okay, you realize that, you feel the spiritual connection with the people that you encounter. Okay, and this could be anyone. It could be colleagues, it could be friends. Okay, it could be your lovers, your partners, your kids' teachers. I'm just saying in general, the way you impact this world and society is through your emotions. And it's actually quite very beautiful. So if we take a look up here, card number 9, we have, I'm using this as a card as something that is unresolved in your life that could be holding you back. All right. Ooh, and we have the Fool. Okay. So that's about taking that leap of faith. All right. And, you know, the color red is here again. Sometimes what can hold you back is that you may be too grounded. All right. You're afraid to take that risk. And if you did take that risk, I feel that you would experience so much more in your life. Sometimes, you know, one of the things that you can concentrate on when it comes to your development is taking those gambles where you feel that it's going to work out. This is what can hold you back, because I look at this picture and all I can see are just roots everywhere. And even though there's red here and I feel that there's passion and desires for certain things that have either come and gone in your life or things that you've experienced, there's some missed opportunities here that you may be kicking yourself for because you didn't take that leap of faith. So I feel like that is something that you can reflect on as part of, you know, your soul searching, that you need to take a little bit more risk, be open to that naiveness, that beautiful fresh energy that the Fool carries when it's time to make a decision. And even though you don't know how something is going to fare out in the end, in your heart you know that it's just this experience alone would be worth it. So that's something that you can take with you from today's reading. And then we have the final outcome card, which I like to look at as not so much a resolution, but more like just a message, a general message overall. And here we have Justice. So this is the beautiful Libra energy coming through. So, and now that I'm looking, this is actually the card of blue. So this Queen of Cups actually came through as this is indigo. All right. And indigo is represented by the third eye chakra, which makes a lot of sense because for this group, I feel that you are linked with your crown chakra and your third eye. Because this group, being the empaths that you are, you also are very intuitive, okay? And that's what the third eye chakra is all about. And then overall here we have Justice, okay? I feel that you're the moderators of the group. You know, this is Libra energy. And I do have some zodiac cards here, so I'm very curious to see what energy comes through. But I do feel that you know, Libras, they're always looking to make peace. It's always about peace and it's always about harmony. So people may see you as the moderators, okay? You're you're one that you're always that middleman. You know, if there's arguments, if there's chaos, you're trying to make peace, or you're trying to help the other parties so that there's peace here. You're looking for that balance, and that's what we started with here with this Temperance card. So that's very beautiful. You're always looking to be fair to others, all right? So I feel like the impact that you have, what do you bring? You know, you bring your emotions, you bring your peace, your sense of peace. You're very intuitive. People see you that, you know, they can see that you're a higher minded soul, okay? That maybe that old soul. You are aware of things because of your ability to be an empath. You're very aware of the situation around you, and you can pick up on things much quicker than other people can. All right. Let's take a look here. I have 3 oracle cards. Let's see if there's anything else we can add, and then we'll close out the reading. But we have here from ancestors, and what do I have here? Angels and ancestors. The Knight, and the Knight is here to be brave and honest. So I almost feel this justice energy. All right, you are someone that you have the courage to be honest when you need to be, and that's what the Libra energy is all about, okay? Looking for honesty, looking to be fair, looking to treat others justly. All right, so I feel that these are all a description of the impact that you have on the people and the world around you, all right? And this is how you contribute, all right, to your collective energy, all right? This is how you contribute, by being brave and honest. And then I do have 2 cards here. These are from my one zodiac deck. So here's Aries, okay, which is I am. So, you know, it is possible that we do have Aries energy here. What I like about this is you do have 3 cards of the red passionate energy coming through. So I definitely feel that your energies are very passionate, as I mentioned before. And Aries represents I am, okay? I am, and you know, that is that fire and that passion and the desire. And Aries comes through in tarot as the Emperor. So I feel that, you know, in many ways you lead, okay? You are a strong leader. You may not feel that you are, but I feel that others look to you as that leader, okay? And again, especially in regards to your emotions, I feel that you lead with your emotions in a lot of situations. And then we also have here the card of Pluto, which I think is absolutely beautiful, because this is the card about transformation. And I definitely feel that for the majority of you that are watching this pile, you have experienced some sort of transformation. I mean, we're always growing in some way, but I do feel that there was some sort of ascension, some sort of rebirth. Something has happened to you along the way that has given you this eye-opening, awakening experience. It's coming through very strongly for this group. So I hope you enjoyed this reading pile 1. It was different than our love readings, but hopefully it gives you a sense of some things to reflect on within yourselves. And I hope to do more readings like this coming up in 2022. So let me know in the comments below if this is something you enjoyed, if it resonated with you, and I will see you again at the next reading. Hello, pile 2. All right, you chose the beautiful green calcite, all right? And this is going to be your reading. You know, we are asking Spirit today, what kind of impact do you make on the world, all right? On your surroundings, on the people you interact with, everything that's going on around you. So before we get started, let's just take a minute to center ourselves. All right, so pile 2. Why don't you take a nice deep breath, please, and just still your mind for a second. And I just want you to call in your higher self. I want you to call in your own energy. And we will see what answers we can get. And this reading's all for you, for your own benefit, to see what it is that you can reflect on, or what you need to focus on, what you think will be helpful in your development. Okay? And I am using the Chakra Wisdom Tarot deck today. Let's see, I might have to pull some of these down here. And then I do have some oracle cards as well. And we will take a look at those towards the end of the reading. So I do have a significator here from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle Tarot deck. And that might be able to help you to see what kind of direction this reading is headed in, to give you an idea if it sounds like this could be you, all right? And if it's not, you can go check out the other piles, or you can listen, because sometimes you never know the way that a reading may turn out. It may turn out a little differently, but this gives you at least an idea of what's coming in, what I'm feeling right off the bat. So if we take a look at this card, all right, so we have workaholic. Okay, so, you know, we are asking the question today, you know, what kind of impact do you make on the world around you? And that could be, you know, with people in your environment, how they see you, what you contribute, what you think you're developing, or what your strengths are. So we're starting out here with this workaholic card, and it is a blue card, which is representing the throat chakra. Okay, and the throat chakra is all about your truth. It's about your authenticity. All right, it's really how you relate, or how you communicate and express yourself to the world. All right, so and this is just, you know, this is being able to express yourself for who you are, whether that's through communication, so that's words and being truthful, whether it's just your identity and how you express yourself. But this is how you communicate to the world. And you know that sometimes when you don't follow your authenticity, when you deny your heart's knowledge, let's say, this is when challenges arise. So that's what the throat chakra is all about. And coming through in this card is workaholic. So I feel that people really see you as someone that works hard. Now, I feel like there's good points and bad points to this, right? At different times, you know. I feel that, you know, you put your heart and soul into your work, but sometimes maybe you do that too much, and this is a place where you need to focus. So we'll see what comes through now in the tarot cards, and we'll definitely keep this in mind. But we do have the throat chakra here. That seems to be a strong energy that resonates within you, and something with work. All right, so we'll take a look at that as we move on. So we are going to start out by looking at this center energy, because this is the center, the core. All right, and when we look at this center energy, I'm going to look at this first card. This is going to show me the strength that you have within you. Your core center strength that you can trust, and then it's something that you can focus on and think about and work to develop. All right, so if we take a look at this center card, we have the Ace of Coins coming through here. All right, beautiful. So this is represented in the color orange, which is your sacral chakra. All right, and your sacral chakra, that's right below your navel, your belly button area. This is the chakra that is responsible for feelings and emotion. It's about your sexuality. It's about your creativity, all right, and what it is that you're passionate about in life. So, coming through as this main energy for you is the Ace of Coins, and that is the Ace of Pentacles, all right? And the Ace of Pentacles is all about, well, first of all, the aces are new beginnings, the potential for new things to occur. They're those beautiful gifts from the universe, from spirits. And coins, this is pentacles. This is earth energy coming in here. All right. So this is all about, to me, being able to express yourself in this here and now, in this physical material world. And this is especially when things, you'll see this especially when you take on new projects or anything new in this physical material world, whether it's buying a house or getting your finances in order. We're talking about physical things here. It could be taking care of your health, okay? It could be taking care of your physical appearance. It's anything in the physical material world is this Ace of Pentacles, and this is the center energy that's coming through for you. I see that, I feel like you're the type of person with this workaholic card when you are assigned something, because this could have to do also with your career and your job, things that you are working on in your day-to-day life, okay? You go in it with this adventure, all right, with this passion, and you really go in with wanting to express yourself. And I am drawn to, even though this card is about workaholic, what is it showing in this picture? But we're seeing here an artist, and that's really pointing out to me the creativity that you might have, especially in the arts. So some of you, when it comes to work, you are very artistic in the way that you jump in and start new projects or anything that you're anything new that you're interested in starting. You do it in a very creative way. And I feel that you're one that constantly wants to learn, okay? You're constantly looking for that new opportunity to learn new things. So if we go now and we take a look at the Cross card, this is what can prevent your development. So this is that card that can hinder your strength. So let's take a look at that. We have the Star card here. Isn't this beautiful energy coming through? And this one, the star is in green. So this is associated, the Star card is associated with the heart chakra in this deck. And how does this kind of hinder your development? Well, I feel, the star is all about wishes and hopes and dreams. So you could be someone that sometimes you are someone that fantasizes or dreams a little too much, all right? And sometimes that can get in the way of your reality. Now, I think it's important to note that, this is something that can just sometimes hinder your decisions, okay? The Star card, which is also about healing. So it could be very possible that sometimes when a situation happens with you, you just want to move ahead and keep working. And by working, I mean like just working in this physical material world, and you don't always want to take the time to heal if something has hurt you in the past, all right? That can hinder your development. that can hinder your growth. All right. So let's keep going and see. When we look at these two cards here, you know, and I like to describe this as the conscious and the subconscious energies. And so to me, you know, when you're conscious, it's something you're aware of. So when we look at this card up here, this is what you see in yourself, what you're aware of, what you want to incorporate and show people. And then this card down here is that subconscious. I feel it's like the shadow card, okay? What's hidden? It's something that you don't want to face or something that you don't want to see about yourself. All right, so let's take a look at those two cards. All right, so we have more green coming out regarding the heart chakra. And this is the Four of Cups, okay? And the feeling that I get with the Four of Cups is the first thing that I felt was like a disinterest. And if there is something that you are disinterested in, something that doesn't bring you this feeling of this creative new learning, you're not afraid to show that. All right. So, you know, people, this is something people can see totally in you. Like if you're not interested in, taking up golf, there's no way you're going to do that. If you are not interested in becoming a better baker or a cook, that, you know, you're not going to put your time there. People are well aware of this. They can see that side of you. All right. So when we look at the hidden, the shadow card, we have the Hermit. And the Hermit, which is Virgo energy here, all right, and this is coming out as a yellow card, which is representing to me your solar plexus chakra, and that is all about the confidence that you carry within you. The Hermit is all about following your intuition. And I feel as a workaholic, there's almost a little bit of I feel like sort of an opposite scenario going on here compared to pile one. Because being this workaholic, I feel that you tend, and with the Ace of Pentacles being here, and reality, you tend to think more logically than others, all right? So you like to look at things logically and analyze them, see if they're going to benefit you, and if they're not, you're not going to put your heart into it. But you have a hard time listening to your gut and following your intuition. Now we'll take a look at the past here, because this is what's a passing influence when we're looking at this past energy. And sometimes, you know, there's something that you've developed, a behavior or the way you carry yourself, the way something happened from your past, maybe that would explain why you have a hard time wanting to follow your intuition, wanting to follow your inner voice. It's like you don't want to hear it, okay? So that's a struggle, learning to follow that inner light for you when it's necessary. I feel that you are someone that likes to look at things more logistically. So if we look at this past energy here, what do we have? The Seven of Cups. And see, I feel like there's something here with the Seven of Cups and the Star. You, and especially if you look at this card, okay, this is purple, which is representing the crown chakra. And that's all about your spirituality and your connection with spirit and the divine. Okay, and we have the Seven of Cups here, and the Seven of Cups usually refers to sometimes fantasies or illusions, not having clarity, you know, being confused easily, and perhaps there's confusion because there perhaps is multiple options and you don't know what choice to make. So I almost get the feeling with this Seven of Cups here from your past energy and this Star card that you are someone that maybe has been burned because you've fantasized a little too much about things in your life, okay, that didn't work out. And because of that, I feel like you're a person that now tries to look at things from a more logical point of view, okay, tries to be more realistic here with this Ace of Pentacles, instead of maybe opening up your heart chakra here and being a little bit more easy with being more vulnerable when it comes to certain situations, or being a little bit more open to dreams. Because let's face it, reality comes from our dreams, okay? You know, everything starts out as a dream or a fantasy and then eventually works its way through to reality. So maybe it's that, you know, fear of wanting to dream a little bit more, okay? And then instead of doing that, you put everything, you know, into working really hard and not giving your intuition or your inner voice or spirit a chance, not maybe believing as much as some of others may. All right. Let's look at the future energy, because this is where this would show me your ability of how you take action in certain situations. All right. We have here the Six of Swords. Okay, so this is all about moving away, moving on to calmer waters. And what's interesting is this card is representing the color indigo, which is your third eye chakra. And your third eye is all about your intuition. It's about following that inner voice, all right, following your gut. So when it comes to action, I feel that it's something that, like, you are aware that your intuition is there, but it's almost sort of like a disbelief, like it's something you want to not bury, but kind of like keep away, like you don't want others to know about it. There's almost this feeling like you don't want to appear that you know you are into anything spiritual or magical. It's almost like there's this fear that you don't want the people that surround you and your environment to think that you are, I'm getting that, like, into this woo-woo stuff. Like, you don't want to be seen as that type of person. You want to be seen as someone that works hard and is logical and analytical. And when it comes time to actually take actions in your life, you do it by moving forward. All right, you do it by moving forward, knowing, sort of like knowing that, you know, if something's not serving you, then you just need, if it's not keeping you calm, then it's something that you're not going to deal with. You are just going to move away from it. All right, you're just going to, because that's a logical decision to you with the sword energy here. Now, how do you see yourself? All right, this is what we're looking at. You see yourself as the Princess of Swords, and this is the Page of Swords. So we have another green card, the heart chakra, coming out. So it's some definitely strong energy here that you can work on and develop is your heart, okay, your heart chakra. And it's about becoming more open and vulnerable, learning to love unconditionally. So we have three cards coming out that focus on the heart chakra. But when we ask, how do you see yourself? You know, what kind of impact? You see yourself as the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is someone that always has a thirst for knowledge. All right, they're always wanting to learn. They're very intelligent. They're very smart, but they're very curious. It's the curiosity in the Page of Swords, this Princess of Swords here, that keeps them going. See, this princess, she holds this sword straight up, okay? It's not tilted. It's not laying on its side. There's no, this is someone that wants to learn, so that sword is up. They're ready, all right? They're ready for battle. They're ready to fight because they want that knowledge. You're very watchful, okay, in just learning new things about people in general, okay? You like you're very watchful of others, I would say. You know, you like to learn, you like to see how connections work. You're very curious about other people. Now, if we take a look at your environment, all right, this is what goes on around you. This is what affects you. We have the 10 of coins, okay? So the 10 of coins, more pentacle energy here. So, and I'm definitely feeling a strong earth energy coming through here because we started out with this workaholic. Your core energy is the Ace of Pentacles, which is earth energy. And then when we're talking about your environment, I feel that you are surrounded. 10 of coins, okay? That is all about stability and it's about security. It's about wealth, okay? It's about feeling safe. So I feel definitely that you are surrounded. Maybe you come from a family that is very wealthy, or you live in a neighborhood that is wealthy, or I feel that the material world here, especially in your environment, you have been surrounded, okay, with this this need. Status, I feel, is very important to you. So even at work, that could mean titles. That could mean, you know, if you're trying to work your way up, you know, you're concerned about titles or promotions. Maybe you like the finer things in life. You like to live in a nice area or nice home. And I'm just saying the physical material world surrounds you. And you could say, yes, doesn't it for everyone? But yes, I feel that you are more focused on it. And you, because this is a yellow card and representing the solar plexus chakra, which is based on your power and your confidence, I feel that it's these types of things, these types of items that make you feel confident, okay? So working really hard to have that money so that you can spend on certain things and take certain trips and be on, you know, certain vacations and sort of live a finer life. This is what makes you feel in control, in power, okay, having confidence. And I feel that your environment is surrounded, okay, with these types of things. Now, this card up here is something that is unresolved, that could be blocking you from even growing further or developing further, something that you might need to work on. And here is the King of Swords, all right? Very interesting. And this is the King of Truth, okay? Communication. So, you know, I do get this sense that perhaps, you know, the King of Swords is also very strategic, okay? And they like to plan, and they always like to have a plan in place. They are good communicators. They do think of everything logically. All right, so we're starting out here, and I mentioned that before, as this workaholic. I feel that something that you would need to focus on is allowing your heart chakra to open up a little bit more and stop basing all your decisions always on what is logical and what is analytical, okay? Because as I mentioned earlier, sometimes there are choices that need to be made that involves your heart's knowledge, okay, not your mind. I feel from these cards, from a physical material world, this 3D world that we live in now, you are very much on top of that with your job and being successful and being secure. But what can be holding you back is thinking with your head sometimes more than thinking with your heart. So if you want to grow and develop more, this is something that you can reflect on, all right, and try to work on, because you do have these 3 green heart chakra cards here that are standing out to me. Let's take a look at the final outcome card, and then we have some oracle cards here. So for the final outcome card, this is sort of like an overall message. 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands is about the wounded warrior. All right. So I feel that, you know, there's definitely this feeling that comes through that you express yourself through your work. All right. Again, you know, showing your stability, your security. It shows how you are either independent, in control of yourself or the situation that you have a good handle on things. And even when things get difficult, you don't give up, all right? Because the wounded warrior is all about perseverance, all right? It's about someone that's been through some battles and they're standing there and they're tired and they're exhausted, but they're going to keep going, all right? They're going to keep going, even if there's a wall in the way, all right? Because sometimes the 9 of Wands can show that resistance, you know, or that stubbornness, but it's still a wounded warrior. This person still is not ready to throw in the towel, okay? I feel that you are definitely the type of person that works to get things done, that doesn't just give up when something is tough or complicated. But with that, you know, I think the overall message here for you and how you contribute and how your impact is just your intelligence, okay? Your logic and your intelligence that you input to the people around you is very inspiring. You know, I feel people look at you and they know how hard that you work. You know, you put your heart and your soul into your work. But I feel like some of the things that I mentioned that you can learn to focus on so that you can even grow even further is lessening, you know, taking a step back from that logic a little bit and giving your heart a chance, you know, following this inner guidance that you like to keep hidden, okay? Or allowing others to see it even, you know, and not being afraid of what others think, you know, because sometimes I feel that you may fear like, oh, if you are really knowledgeable about this spiritual side, okay, people won't see you as that remarkable, intelligent human being on the outside. And really, I feel like that's something that you don't have to worry about at all, because you carry yourself as someone that's very worldly. So you're very well-rounded in many directions, okay? I feel like there's just, you are the type of person, Pile 2, that I feel like you like to learn a lot of things. You may have a bunch of different hobbies. You like to try new things. You're not afraid. So I just feel like you need to open up your heart a little bit more, you know, and allow a little vulnerability in to help enhance your growth even further. So before we close out the reading, let's just take a look at the oracle cards here. I have one from the angels and ancestors. And look, we have the shaman here. All right. Trust in higher forces. It's beautiful shaman with the owl showing me the intuition and the wisdom. And I feel like this is a message for you saying that it's okay. It's okay to believe in those higher powers. It's okay to trust in them. That, you know, that does not lessen your intelligence in any way. Okay. And it's something, you know, I feel like this is a gift that if you worked on this, you would even make more of an impact to your world around you. If you would allow yourself to open up and experience the gift of divine intervention. All right, and then I have two zodiac cards here. So look, Pisces, I believe. All right, and Pisces, I feel this card is coming through because Pisces energy is all about spirituality and faith and believing in the divine and the mystery, all right? And they're very deeply emotional as well. They're water signs. So I feel like this is the card coming out for you almost because this is what else you need to experience to balance yourself out a little bit more, to just be, instead of being one-sided and being all logical, you just need to look into some of Pisces, and their key words here are I believe. So I find that amazing. And then lastly, we have here the card of Saturn. All right, and Saturn is all about truth. And the energy that comes from Saturn is very disciplined, okay, because it's about rules and regulation. So I do feel like you work so hard and that you are one that could be rigid and follows rules, all right? And I feel like these two cards are coming out just to show you some of the things that if you can just reflect on them a little bit more, and it's just showing me that this Saturn energy is definitely, I feel like, the energy that you fall in a lot of times when you are working on your problems and just in your job and in your career. It's almost like you have to take that step back and enjoy even some of Pluto's energy, where you're kind of just going with the flow, or Neptune. I think it's more Neptune energy, where there's just mystery, and you're okay with that. I feel like you need to just open up that side of you a little bit more. But this is very interesting, so I hope it resonated with you, Pile 2, and I will see you again soon. Hello, Pile 3. You chose the pile here with the beautiful amethyst cluster. So this is going to be your reading, and today's reading is about you. It's about what kind of impact you make, all right, on your surroundings, the people around you, how you see yourself, how you develop, those kinds of things. So then you'll be able to take this reading and be able to reflect more on yourself and see the different ways that you can improve and grow more, all right? Or just know what some of your strengths and gifts are that are being pointed out to you in this reading, all right? So before we get started, let's just take a minute to quiet our mind and take in a deep breath. And I just want you to call in your own energy, all right? I want you to think about your higher self. And we'll see what comes through, all right, from this reading today, from Spirit. What it is that they want you to know about you. All right. So I do have cards here. I have oracle cards that we're going to just look at the end. And I do have a significator card here that we are going to start out with. It's just to give you an idea of where the reading's headed. And then this way, if it doesn't feel like it's you or it resonates with you, you can go ahead and check out one of the other piles. Okay. I do just want to mention, if you are ever interested in a personal reading, you can book a reading with me on Etsy. The link to my Etsy shop is in the description box below. or you can send me an email. I have my email there as well, and I can give you all the information that you need. All right, so let's get started. Let's see what kind of impact you make on society in this 3D world. Let's start out. I am using a Chakra Wisdom Oracle card, and the tarot deck is the Chakra Wisdom Tarot deck, because I do want to see what energies are coming through that are strong for you, because, you know, this way, if you know that, you know, you can think about that and maybe meditate and help them, you know, help those energies to be stronger, all right, since they are gifts, I feel. You know, so you may be aware of some things and some things you may not be, but this is the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck, and we have gratitude coming in, all right. And there's two women here with this beautiful heart. I do feel that people are very blessed to have you in their life. Okay, I feel that's a general feeling coming through, especially this woman here is pregnant. So that's pointing out to me, I feel that people that interact with you and encounter you along the way really feel like they've grown, all right? Like, because I'm looking at this pregnant woman, which to me is showing a sign of being expansive. And there's just these beautiful greens, all right? And it looks like these purple like purple lilies, okay, that are just growing everywhere. So I just feel like there's a lot of growth within you. And I feel that the people that you really touch, the feeling coming from them is that they feel very grateful that you have either entered their life or you've been a part of their life. But there's just this feeling of being blessed. And with this card that's showing up, it's the purple indigo color, all right, which is representing your third eye chakra. And your third eye chakra is all about that intuitive knowing, all right, your intuition. It's about that inner voice, all right, and hearing it. It's about seeing the unseen, okay, if you know what I mean. And usually these are, you know, when you are intuitive about things, these are usually about behaviors that were passed down or chosen for you from a family origin or heritage or lineage, okay? Or sometimes it's when it's just things maybe that you even signed up for, your soul, that you would be aware of and what you would know, okay, without you really, you know, knowing about it. It's really about awareness and where you are in terms of self-awareness. So I feel, you know, this third eye chakra that's coming in, you are very intuitive, all right? So you pick up on things in a way that you know, some people might not. I feel that you are very self-aware, all right, to your surroundings. And you are aware of others, okay? And this self-awareness helps you in the way you treat and the way you act around other individuals and other people in your life that mean something to you, okay? Because look, I'm just looking at this beautiful heart that's on this picture. And because of that, people appreciate you. You have a lot of friends, all right? And people appreciate your impact. I feel that, you know, you have touched people in a way that you've had a profound impact on them. So if this doesn't sound like you, if you don't feel this, then you could go check out one of the other piles. But to me, when you're dealing with your third eye chakra and your intuition, it's really about awareness of yourself. It's awareness of others. And you have to be willing to do a lot of soul searching. All right. So I feel that for this group, you have done a lot of soul searching, okay, over the course of your life at some point. It could be as recent as this past year, you know, and it could be something that you've just been working on for a long time. But the point is that you are willing. It's the willingness and it's the understanding, because you know, with this gratitude here, how grateful you have to be for the present, your presence, okay? So meaning what is going on in the here and now around you. You try to be grateful for what you have, all right? But it's also an awareness of putting in the work, okay? You know, you are aware of the work that you have to put in for yourself, that to grow and to expand, and that's what I'm seeing here in this picture. You can't just expect that to be hand delivered to you, okay? You know that in order to grow as a better person, you actually have to put in that work, okay? So that is what's coming through for this pile. And if that doesn't sound like you at all, then go check out the other piles, all right? But that's where we're headed. We're looking at someone that's very intuitive with their third eye chakra, very aware of their surroundings, very grateful and blessed for what they have. And because of that, you receive that in return from others. They're very grateful to have you as part of their life. All right. So let's start off. We're going to take a look at this center energy, because the center energy is the core energy of you. All right. This is your strength. This is what you can work on developing. This is something, there's this strength here that you can trust. All right. That is literally the center for you. It's what overtakes you. And with that, we have the Eight of Swords, all right, which is very interesting. The Eight of Swords. Now, the Eight of Swords is air energy coming through, and this is all about the mind, all right? So you see what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with something intuitive, being that we have this card that focuses on the third eye chakra, which is all about your intuition. And now we have the Eight of Swords here coming through, which is that feeling of, you know, the Eight of Swords. When you actually look at the card, the Eight of Swords, this is the card of feeling trapped, right? When you feel like you cannot escape something. But what I see coming through for this card is this center energy. Is I feel that you have this ability with your intuition, pile 3, to really zone in on other people. And it's something that, you know, I'm looking here at this picture because, you know, we have this picture of this woman, all right, and she's looking in the mirror and she's looking at herself, okay? So this is the awareness that I feel that this group carries, all right? You're aware here, but you're looking in the mirror, and what are you aware of? Okay, you see someone here, yourself, that can be trapped in a situation and can't escape. That's usually the overall message when you see the Eight of Swords. But in this reading, we're asking what your core strength is, all right? Something that you can trust and something that you can develop to help make you stronger, all right? That impacts your collective energy, the society that you deal with, things around you in some way. And for you, I feel it has to do with your mind, okay? It has to do with intuition. And we have the number 8 here, which is all about mastery, okay? And it's about the never-ending cycle, number 8. It's that infinite potential that one has. And I feel for you, pile 3, it's this infinite potential to understand that your intuition is very strong, right? Very strong in being able to figure people out. The downside to this, and not that there really is a downside, And we're going to take a look at this card, which is the card that could kind of hinder your strength and your gift here, is that because you're so intuitive, sometimes you feel trapped. You yourself feel trapped because you feel what am I trying to say here? I feel that it's so strong that then there's sometimes situations where you feel like you're second guessing yourself all the time. So, you need to work on improving, all right, and believing in your intuition, all right? And so as you work on this third eye chakra, which I feel is very strong for you, what you also want to work on is this card comes through in red, which is showing me your root chakra, which is all about being grounded. All right. So I feel that your intuition has been put to test an awful lot, to the point where you yourself might say, oh my God, that can't be right. Or I must be going crazy. I'm picking up on this, but this person may, disagree. And then in the end, you may be right. I feel that you put yourself in a position where you can at times put yourself in this situation where you feel trapped because you don't believe in yourself. All right. And honestly, this card here, this third eye chakra, is all about having faith. All right. So when it comes to, how do you impact those around you, and what kind of impact do you have on this, your environment and the collective around you, is it's your mind. It's how strong your intuition is. It's your third eye. All right. It's that feeling that whenever something is going on. So it's very interesting the way these three piles turned out. And even if you just want to go back to watch the first and second piles just to see the difference, pile 1 is emotional, pile 2 is logical, and pile 3, you are the intuitive ones. All right. So how do you impact the world around you? What's going on in this physical material 3D world? It's your intuition and what you have the ability to pick up on. And sometimes you feel very strong with it, and other times you don't. All right. Other times there are setbacks because there's something here, and I'm curious just to see what your past energy is, but there's something here about, I feel the need, you really need to work on your intuition, because if you can strengthen that and make it stronger than even what it is, you could even grow and develop even further than where you are now. I feel like you do have this gift, and it's just that sometimes you doubt yourself, the way this mirror is here. All right. And the way you feel trapped. Sometimes, you don't allow yourself to be right when in the end you usually are. So let's take a look at what can prevent your development. So this is the cross card here, which can hinder this. So we're looking at this impact that you have when it comes to, your strength is your intuition. And the cross card is there. Here's the Princess of Coins. This is the Page of Pentacles. Now the Page of Pentacles is showing up as green, which is representing your heart chakra. Okay, so this is about being emotional and vulnerable to certain situations. But yet at the same time, we have the Princess of Coins here, the Page of Coins, which is representing pentacle energy, that earth energy. It's about grounding. Okay. I feel that what could prevent, what is possibly hindering, your intuition? What can be holding back your intuition? And sometimes I feel it is reality. Okay. with the page of the Princess of Coins here. So I feel that sometimes you have this knack and you have this intuition and you pick up on things. You may even sometimes feel like you have a sixth sense. You know, it's that, I mean, when you hear people talk about a sixth sense, because they're referring to the sixth chakra. Now, the sixth chakra, I'm not pointing out the number of the chakras because really it depends on what you're researching and what you're reading, because, you know, it depends how people number them. But your third eye can either be your sixth chakra or your second. And a lot of times you do hear about that sixth sense where you just have this feeling about something and you can't explain it, or you know something and you can't explain it, or you point something out to someone and, you know, did you ever say, oh, how are you feeling today? Oh, I'm good. And in your mind you're like, no, you're not. No, you're not doing good. But yet this person, you know, no, I'm fine. You know, things like that. But then reality, you know, I feel like there's something here about reality with this Page of Pentacles as the obstacle that can get in your way, all right, that can deter you. And obviously it is reality that can deter many of us when it comes to using our intuition. But what I'm saying here is you have a very strong, this is your strength. You know, this is how you impact people around you. This is this just this sense of knowing things, you know, knowing when to be compassionate. Some people are very unaware, and you would be surprised until you start actually, you know, you think about it. You interact with people and sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, did so-and-so not have a clue? And yet it feels like you can just pick up on it immediately. That's what this group is about. So let's also take a look, before we get into your past energy here, I just want to take a look at your conscious and subconscious, because the conscious energy is what you're aware of, like what you truly know that you are aware of and how you want to present yourself to people. And then you have the subconscious energy down here, which to me is like, in this case, like your shadow side, something that you don't want to see about yourself or you don't want people to know. So let's take a look at those two cards before we move on to the past energy. But for conscious, the Queen of Coins. So you're coming through here as someone that has her stuff together. You know, when you take a look at the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Pentacles, I feel that you want people to see you as someone that has it together. You are stable, you are secure, you are in control of your life. All right, you have everything organized. You can, you know, and this can be however it is that you're living right now, whether you have a family and you're taking care of them, whether you are working full time and you still have a household at home, you're running things smoothly, whether you're single and you have a fantastic career and job, you know, it shows that you are in control. This is someone that is very well, and they make also a great partner. Okay, so you can, you know, you want people to know and see you as someone that is physically in this, because of the coins here, because of this pentacle earth energy, someone that is in control of their life. They're stable and they're secure, they're a provider, all right? And that's what you like people to see. Now, when it comes to what's hidden here, we have the Magician, all right? So it's kind of very interesting to me, because I feel almost like, and the Magician, right? This is the manifester. This is someone that can manifest, you know, and I feel yet there's this sense here that you like to keep hidden things that you are actually trying to manifest in your life. I feel that, you are more to just show how you have yourself together in this 3D world. Okay. So this is, you look at, when people look at you and the impact you make, it's like you get things done. You're very organized. You have yourself together. And yet there's this side of you that is hidden to me when it comes to using this intuition of yours and manifesting the things that you want in life. All right. And this is a card that comes out as orange because this is your sacral chakra. And this is about your feelings and your emotions and your creativity. It's how you express yourself. It's your sexuality. All these things, I feel somehow you struggle with that, right? It's a part of you that you want to keep hidden. Maybe for some of you, you struggle with, and these are the things that are just coming to me as I'm holding these cards and trying to relate. But I feel like when I see the Queen of Coins, people see you as this traditional person, okay? And I'm not saying boring, I'm saying traditional in the sense of how you carry yourself in this physical material world. And then here, what you truly want, like some of your desires, whether that is sexual identity or sexual interpretation, things that the way you want to express yourself. I feel that there's something here that you are looking to manifest, but yet you keep that hidden about you. All right. Let's take a look at the past energy and see what's coming out here. Okay, we have death. Wow. So I feel that, this is definitely a sign, a beautiful sign of transformation. Okay. And that is something that you're grateful for. So I do feel that there's something that occurred in your past that has caused you to really transform yourself. And if you haven't done it yet, it's something that you secretly want to do, that you realize, okay, with this magician here. Because the thing about the magician is all about mustering up the courage to actually take action in this 3D world. And that's something that I feel that is here, that you're struggling with, that you really want to manifest, and you want to bring a part of your life into reality. Okay, that I feel you feel trapped. Sometimes you feel trapped, and this is all about, that Eight of Swords. That feeling of trapped is, again, talking about the mind. All right, we're talking about the mind here. But I'm just looking at this card. It could be the way you present and see yourselves in relationships. I'm just looking at this card, the Magician, because there's a couple here and you don't usually see that. I mean, the Magician is usually one person because it's all about self. So I find it kind of ironic that in this card, in this deck, you have two people here, but they're, as I said, they're representing the sacral chakra. So it's almost like maybe the way you present yourself in relationships is almost different than what you are trying to manifest with inside of yourself. Okay. And it is causing I feel like something happened here where you transformed. Something led to this transformation. Let's take a look at future energies, because that is what's going to show me like how you take action when it comes to certain situations. The Three of Wands. So that's interesting. Solar plexus chakra energy coming through here, which is yellow. Okay, but this is all about power and it's about confidence. And with the Three of Wands, this is about the journey that you're on. And, you know, this future energy is how you can take action, but yet it's funny because the Three of Wands is all about waiting for that right opportunity to come in. So with this hidden energy of the Magician, I feel like there's certain needs and desires that you're looking to explore, that you want to take action on. And yet I feel with this Three of Wands here, you're very slow about it. Like you're waiting, you're trying to wait for a right opportunity. But the only thing is, I always like to point out with this card, sometimes when you wait for that opportunity, that moment can pass you by if you eventually don't step up and take action. That's very interesting, the way that is showing up for the future energy for you. Because you know inside with your inner gut, with this strong inner knowing, this is an action that you want to take. Let's take a look at how you see yourself. The Knight of Wands. So very interesting. I definitely, you know, am feeling that there is this creative passion within you. There's desire here, like I'm saying. I'm getting this feeling just from what you are keeping hidden, or something that you're not wanting to face or really see about yourself. Has to do with your sexual desires. I don't know why that I'm getting this strong feeling, but there's something here that you are intuitively aware of and that you are very passionate about, and yet it's very emotional for you at the same time, with all this water here surrounding this knight, and yet at the same time this color is coming in for this knight as blue, which is all about the throat chakra, and that's about speaking the truth about something, right? That's about being honest about something. So I feel almost that, you know, you see yourself as a very passionate soul, especially when you are drawn towards something that you feel very creative and inspired about. But yet I do feel that there's some slight struggle here about being authentic, because even with this knight in this picture, his mask is down, like you can't see his face. So I do feel like there's something that you keep hidden about yourself, that you are afraid of. You're afraid the world around you, you're afraid for those people to see, because you don't want, there's some sort of fear here about not looking like this Queen of Pentacles. All right. And yet I feel if you release that and you work on that and let that go, this is your ultimate transformation moving forward. Like this would be a whole new journey for you. Let's take a look at environment, and this is what surrounds you, not how you affect the environment, but what your environment is like. Nine of Cups. Beautiful. So this is all about emotional fulfillment. All right. So I do feel like emotional fulfillment is knocking at your door, pile 3. That there is something here that if you would just let yourself open up to the fact of something new here that you want to manifest, it would literally turn your environment into this complete emotional happiness. All right. And again, I just have to, this Nine of Cups, which is all about emotional fulfillment, is coming through as the sacral chakra again, this orange color. So we're talking about passion and desire and sexual creativity. So I do feel that there's a strong need in sexual expression or identity, or maybe it could even be as simple as you just never felt yourself as a sexual person, and there's just, you kind of felt yourself as, okay, I'm just this Queen of Pentacles, but yet there's some sort of fire that burns within you that if you would just open that up, I feel like this would be such an ultimate journey for you. Okay, it would make you so much more stronger as a person. Let's take a look at this card up here, because this is what, this is the card that will show me if there's something that is blocking you right now from being able to work on your strength. So if there's something sort of in the way of that. And we have the Page of Wands. So I feel that, you know, this is the card that we're talking about where there's something within you that's unresolved. And the Page of Wands is, to me, again, we're talking about action here. We're talking about passion, and we're talking about desire. And we're talking about what is going to fulfill you emotionally, because here this page, this Princess of Wands, comes in green, representing the heart chakra. Okay, that emotional, being emotional and vulnerable enough to take this action that you're looking to take. And here's all these butterflies that I'm looking at, which is showing me the transformation. All right, there's something here that there's something here in regards to wanting to move forward and take action. And we have this stag here in the background. So I almost wonder if this is even, you know, if there's someone that's holding you back even, you know, do you feel that there's someone, pile 3, that's holding you back from kind of wanting to move forward and take action and try different things? You know, can that be a parent, or can that be a spouse or a partner? Is there a friend or a family member that you feel, I feel that someone is here in the background that is preventing you, that is blocking you from taking this action, all right, that we've been talking about. So let's just look at the final, and yet there is this desire here, because there's the Wands, there's the Knight of Wands, okay, and there's the Magician. Wow, manifesting times 10, times 100, okay. There's something here that I feel that if you just followed your intuition and let, you know, like you do for everything else, because, you know, like I said from the very beginning, you have a profound impact on people in their lives, okay? And I feel that you need to give yourself that sense of gratitude, and move forward with manifesting something that is very desirable to you. Let's look at the final outcome card. Ooh, see the Two of Swords. There's something here about indecision, all right? And what I find interesting is, you know, you have the Two of Swords with this woman in the mask, and then your center energy here with the Eight of Swords. That woman has a mask on in this picture as well. And then we have the Knight. All right, so this is showing me that there is something going on here, that if you would just make this decision, you would improve your life so much more. If you would just put your foot down and take your head out of the sand and make this decision, right? And here's the Two Swords, orange, again, sacral chakra, regarding your identity, your sexuality, your creativity, your passions, your desires. There's something here you're not making a decision about. There's the final outcome. There's something here that you hold yourself back, all right? And you have this sixth sense, this inner gut feeling, this inner knowing about something. And the passion is here because this is how you see yourself, but yet the masks are all on. So you're keeping this quiet. You're keeping this quiet. But your sacral chakra, that energy wants to thrive. That's what I'm getting out of this. Your expression, there's something here that wants to thrive. And I feel that there's someone that's sort of in the way of this, that they're preventing you from being able to really work on your creativity. All right? Something's holding you back. But if you were to allow that to go on, wow, you'd step into this power here, this confidence, this journey. I feel it would be a whole new beginning for you. All right, so let's take a look at your oracle cards before we close out the reading. From angels and ancestors. Look at this, the high priest. Oh my goodness, it's like the high priestess, all about intuition. Intend and create. There is something here that is driving you, and there's something that you want to create. There's something within you that you want to create. Wow, that's amazing. And then I have 2 cards here from my zodiac deck, and we have Libra, which is all about balance. But I'm looking at this Libra card, and I have to admit, look, there's this woman, you know, she has herself there, and I see this, I don't know if you can see, but there's like a man there. So it's almost like this, there's this picture here of this couple showing me this beautiful energy. Like there's this energy going on here, and then there's also a person down here that's watching this. So I do feel that there's someone that in regards to this pile that's holding you back from moving into this beautiful harmony. You know, whatever it is that you want to create that would bring you this ultimate harmony, I feel like something definitely is in the way of that. You know, I feel this yin-yang energy coming from this card. And then look at this one, the moon, which is all about your soul. And when we talk about the soul, we talk about intuition, because if you'll follow your inner voice, if you follow your inner heart, your inner gut, all right, that is your soul that speaks to you, all right? And I feel that your soul is trying very hard to communicate, and you can have a profound impact on the collective energy around you. I mean, not just yourself, not just the people that you see on a daily basis, but I do feel this strong presence here of you having a profound impact in whatever you decide to create for yourself. That will expand and grow within the collective. So pile 3, that was your reading. I hope it resonated with you. I hope, you know, if it did, leave a comment, let me know below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you, and I will see you again at the next reading.